The term shooting from the hip could have been invented to describe Mark Cohen's style of photography. For more than 6 decades, he's been taking his subjects by surprise, capturing them up close and unaware.
I would walk right into the picture, bring the camera and myself right to the picture, and not look through the frame. You know, I didn't stop to compose anything. I just put the picture in approximately where I thought it would be. Then I developed the film and see how lucky I was. And with my work, I tried to keep the experimentation happening within the limits of a distinct rectangle.
And that distinct rectangle was the town of Wilkes-Barre, a small city a few hours' drive from New York, where Cohen was born and spent most of his life taking raw portraits of his fellow residents.
How did you get into photography to begin with?
My cousin gave me a camera, like a small camera, a little plastic camera, when I was like 12. And I learned how to use it and develop the film and make prints. And I saw Cartier-Bresson's book at a very early age, like when I was 17 or 18. And I saw that as a rigorous format where he didn't crop and he used the whole frame. And I knew that I wasn't going to be able to go around the world, but I could do that where I lived.
Shooting in the gritty environs of working-class Pennsylvania, Cohen brought to street photography a literal closeness. Intrusive but elegant, brutal and sensuous. Just like Cartier-Bresson, he also captures decisive moments, visual cues that draw his eye.
You know, I wanted to take pictures of like a kid's bare leg because it had a certain kind of sculptural reality to it. It was like I was a sculptor, but I was borrowing somebody's arm or leg and just walk by and do that.
All of these images are in a new book called Frame, a retrospective of Cohen's work that's earned him 2 Guggenheim Fellowships and solo exhibitions around the world, from the MoMA in New York to La Balle in Paris. The book shows his images aren't all just grit and grime. Cohen is also attributed for ushering in the acceptance of color photography as an art form. But while his work has won him accolades, his style has led to many an altercation.
Do you ever feel like you've gone too far, been too intrusive and crossed a line?
Frequently. You know, I mean, what I did for many, many years in Wilkes-Barre looked like I was, you know, maybe I was a strange person. Because when I got very close to somebody, you know, I took a picture of this woman once, and it was some guy's girlfriend, and he wanted to hit me in the nose. You know, I mean, there's some kinds of trespass that you just can't get away with. And a lot of people are looking for this altercation. And a lot of the people that are looking for things like that are the very kinds of people that I'm drawn to want to take a picture of.
But despite the threat of danger, Cohen says it's the element of surprise, not knowing what he's captured on film, that keeps him going back for more.
What's your favorite image you've ever taken?
There's a picture in the book of a woman with a razor in her hand. And she's walking down an alley in Scranton, this is, and I'm walking down the alley in Scranton. I don't see the razor, and she's ready because she doesn't know my intentions. And she's coming down the aisle one way, and I'm coming down the alley the other way, and she's ready to protect herself, and I take a picture of her, and I pass her by. So she relaxes, and I relax. But when I develop the film, I see the razor. And I think that's real cool, that happened. You know what I mean?
Cohen left Wilkes-Barre a few years ago and is now living in Philadelphia, where he continues to take photos. Frame also contains images from shoots he's done around the world, from London to Spain. But although he's branched out from Wilkes-Barre over the years, he believes in order to capture the type of intimate images he does, you really have to know a place.
In order to really develop a body of work, you have to have lived there. I just stayed in this one place. And I feel that by doing that, I was able to attach a lot of psychological assets to the work. The town itself didn't matter. It's just an American town with about 80,000 people when I started. And so I could have taken the pictures anywhere.
If Wilkes-Barre is anywhere, Cohen's photos certainly paint a portrait of everyday American life, up close and personal, finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. Jade Barker, TRT World. New York.